Riding a tricycle. What is this? What is this? This is hilarious. There's not even, I don't think there's anything I could say that would make this any better, so I'm gonna let him cook. Got the whole team wearing masks. There he is. And I spoke to him briefly at weigh-ins yesterday. He had the same energy. There's a confidence about this man that he can be the best. And you only do this, you only have this type of walkout if you feel like you're going to be able to finish your opponent. Safe to say the confidence there. Let's see about the performance in the cage as he makes his way. Beautiful song choice too. Very, very poignant. There he goes. And a sparring partner of Zachary Stoll. Gives him a little nod as he makes his way into the cage. Enter his opponent, Zihad Uddin.
And his opponent making his way to the right corner, Zihad Uddin.
Zihad Uddin. Just the picture of serenity. Every time I've talked to him, he has been nothing but kind, nothing but gracious, and a man that, the same way he fights in the cage, it feels like he views life, which is he takes his time. He doesn't let anyone get him off of his beaten path. And the more confident he gets, you're going to see some fireworks. Said he's excited to showcase what he's been working on. He says, I have a bevy of new skills to show you, Coop, and the audience here at the GAA. All he wanted was the opportunity to shine. Absolute class act of a man making his MMA debut under the lights of the GAA. This one will be box office. And just a reminder, as he makes his way up to the cage, in amateur MMA New York State, there is no ground and pound to the head. That's going to slow things down tremendously on the ground. And I don't think, besides that, there's no spinning back fist. So there's the two things you have to look out for. Besides that, anything is game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. We do ask that if you are taking photos or video this evening, please make sure your flashes are off.
Oh.
The flashes or the
All right, well,
lights on your phones can be
scratch that. There are back fists. I was just notified. There you go. So this one's going to be even more interesting here. A lot of times in the lead up to the fight, you hear 15 different things, but let's throw it over to Mike Falvin, the
The
cage.
action continues on the card for RFC Promotions with our first MMA contest of the evening, scheduled for three-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's representing Savage Mixed Martial Arts, Robert Yuja. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Animals Mixed Martial Arts, Zihad Uddin. Man in charge of the action at the sound of the bell, Zach Borner.
Here we go. First MMA fight of the night. I'm anxious. Here we go. Oh, Yuja coming out very aggressive. Uddin's used to a kind of pace like this. Like we said, he's able to control a fight. MMA, it's a different ball game, though. Let's see how he's able to handle this. Nice shots by Robert. A nice head kick. Oh, a nice leg kick, excuse me. Yuja loading up on a lot of these shots. And he's really, like I said, coming in with big shots. You have to think Zihad's going to want to try to slow this down. Looks like he's working on a double or a single leg. Has different options, trying to scoop the single right now. Gets the takedown. Beautifully done by Uddin. Yuja making his way up to his feet. Nicely done. He could be looking at a guillotine if Uddin's not careful. Arm in guillotine, potentially. Elevates for the takedown. It's tough to see. Nope, can't get the arms. I was going to say, could have looked at a guillotine there for a second, but wasn't able to get his arms connected. He finds himself squarely inside control. He's got a lot of opportunities here. Could look for a Kimura, Americana, any one of those different options. So he's trying to pass over into top mount. He's going to get half guard, excuse me. Oh, big shots. Uddin off of the separation from the ground. And this is where Uddin's going to start to shine, is when guys get tired and everything slows down, when he can really instrument what he's been working on. And I have a feeling those skills that he talked about were his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu. 54 seconds remain. Looking for a back take. Making it considerably uncomfortable for Robert Yuja here against the cage side. And there's another nice takedown by Uddin. 25 seconds left. Slips into top mount. And he's going to pepper that body. You are doing a good job of staying defensive, not allowing him to pass into anything. And that will do it for round number one. Very impressive round for Zihad Uddin. And so now I wonder again, Yuja came out very aggressive, threw a lot, right? When you get taken down, and you're trying to get up off the cage side, off the ground, you're trying to build a base that's very, very energy consuming. That's costly. So does he come out now? Is he a little bit slower? Does Zihad have a little bit more kind of real estate to work with? These are the big questions coming into round number two. Undoubtedly, it was smart for Robert to come out the way that he did. Because again, I can't reiterate this enough. You do not want to give Zihad Uddin any space to instrument his offense. Deep breaths on the side of Yuja. Uddin looking to be the fresher of the two. We're set to go here for round number two. Yep, and Yuja coming out way more measured. There's a nice 1-2 by Uddin. Nice body kick as well. And there are those very, very flashy kicks that we talk about. When Uddin feels that he's more confident, he will start to open up with his offense. Beautifully orchestrated takedown. Robert doing a great job getting back up to his feet. Trying to circle out. And yeah, I was going to say, Uddin dives in on that single again. If it's there, he could find it. He's going to pile drive into the double leg. Uh-oh. Yuja lets us up. Could have been looking at a Darce choke there potentially. Nice hooks upstairs by Uddin. You're going to start to see him utilize more feints. Feint the level change. He's got the threat of the takedown now on his side. Dives in beautifully on a double. Can he finish? He's going to get the hands clasped. And a beautiful mat return for Zihad Uddin. And this is a nightmarish place to be in if you're Yuja. You've got the cage to your back. You've got a guy on top. Still manages to get back up to his feet though, but that's very energy draining. Uddin chaining his wrestling together beautifully! Drop it down, big shots to the body. Beautiful reversal though by Robert. And Uddin's gonna end back up on top. High level scrambles here. Robert looks to get feet on hips. Uddin kind of floats over in a half guard there. So non-stop top pressure for Uddin. And that will do it for the second round. Uddin finding himself comfortably in this fight and in the lead. Yuja never out of a fight though. It's a trait that he shares with his brother. So we cannot discount the fact that he can go out there and get a finish this final round. Third and final coming up. And Yuja just looks exhausted sitting on his cornerman. Contrast, Uddin doesn't even look like he's breathing hard. And that's not an indictment on Yuja, it's just the type of fight that Uddin's been fighting. He's been at a much slower pace. He's been in control. He's been leading the front foot. And more importantly, he's been having top control. This has been a very, very tiring fight for Robert Yuja. But again, if there's a man to get it done under pressure, it is him. An absolute warrior. Third and final. 3 minutes left to decide this one. Oh, big head kick. Uddin dips in on a double again. Gonna get it. And a shake of the head from Yuja there. Yuja has found his way back up to his feet before using the cage side. It's integral that he does so now. A little bit of trash talk from the bottom there. A nice smile from Uddin. Right now, Yuja's just trying to create space, do anything he can. Buck his hips. Referee watching intently. There's not enough action. They will separate and stand the two back up. Uddin postures up. More shots to the body. Oh! Looked briefly like he was looking for an RNC. Corner of Yuja calling for him to shrimp. Desperate situation here late. And Uddin, oh, might be looking for a head and arm here. He's got to snake that arm over. Yuja defend nicely. got to be careful not to give up the back. Big shots from the top from Uddin. And Yuja's doing everything correctly here. Trying to shrimp, trying to create space. Uh-oh. Potential head and arm. If Uddin can create an angle here, might be able to finish it. A thumbs up from Yuja from the bottom. Crushing shots from the top. Last 10 seconds. And most likely, Zihad Uddin has done enough.
And as always, fight fans, a round of applause. And now, after 3 hard-fought rounds of mixed martial arts, we go to the official scorecard. The judges have scored the fight 30-27, 30-27, and 30-27 for your winner. By way of unanimous decision, Zihad Uddin.
Alrighty, I am here with your winner, Zihad Uddin. Zihad, you mentioned to me that you had a set of skills you were working on in the lead up to this fight that you were really, really excited about showcasing. Was that the wrestling? Because that seemed to be making all the difference in this fight.
First of all, Alhamdulillah for this victory. How you guys like that wrestling? Hey, shout out to Animals, man, my coach Butters and my coach Mo right here. They taught me everything I know from the striking to the wrestling. Listen, guys, I came off as a striker, but shout out to Robbie, man. This guy got a hand, man. He rocked me in the first round, but you know what? I'm ready for this. This is MMA. This is what we do. If you can't do it in one round, you take it to the next round. Well, I'm a striker, but yeah, just show you guys my wrestling. I hope my coaches are proud, because I know we've been working hard on this shit.
And one last one. You pitched a shutout game again. You mentioned he rocked you against an incredibly difficult opponent. Here under the lights of the Rockland GAA, talk to me about what you're feeling right now.
I'm just excited, man. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Let me take this back. He didn't quite rock me, but he got me with a couple of shots, 1 or 2 shots. That kind of took me back a little because, you know, striking is my thing, but I had to mix it up. But, you know, this is what we do. This is MMA, so I'm not surprised. We've been working on this day and night. We never take a day out. We always work in Animals MMA. And one last thing, I want to say shout out to my friends and family that came to support me. Shout out to everybody watching me in pay-per-view. And if one of us falls, 1,000 more of us will rise. May the May the eyes of cowards never sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Zihad Uddin.